ONETv Special Report.
Mr. Sahapol Nakbanits of Thailand, the President of the ASEAN Chess Federation, together with the ASEAN participating dignitaries, International Arbiter Ignatius Leung, the Chief Executive of the ASEAN Chess Federation of Singapore, Woman International Master Ekaterina Smirnova of Russia, International Master Jinyong Jidin Wong, the head of the delegation of Singapore, Tran Thi Kim Chi, head of the delegation of Vietnam, and Mokbayar Gihir, the head of the delegation of Mongolia. Other esteemed foreign guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen, maasinsong buntag kanatong tanan, and happy 96th Provincial Anniversary. After successfully completing my first term from July 1, 2022 to June 30, 2025, as your governor, my heart is full as I look back with a deep sense of fulfillment and pride. The overwhelming tsunami victory that first brought me into office and the 100% landslide win of the Team ASENSO that reaffirmed your trust in my second term represented not only a political triumph but a resounding mandate for continued transformation under the ASENSO administration. Upon the commencement of my second term as your governor, last July 1, 2025, I have continued to uphold the people's mandate to lead Misamis Occidental towards greater progress, honoring it not only in principle and commitment, but in substance and form, in tangible results and meaningful development. The 5M's vision, misamisnon, magpuyong, malinaw, malambon, o malipayon, once a framework of aspiration, has now been translated into measurable progress, institutional reforms, and concrete improvements in the lives of our fellow Misamisnon. At the start of my first term, leading this province was an uphill battle. I was confronted with the harsh reality that many Misamisnons had long suffered from poverty. In previous years, we also faced serious challenges in peace and order, illegal drugs, and insurgency, issues that had hindered our growth and development for decades. Among the many trials we face, the catastrophic shear line phenomenon of 2022, which caused nearly 2.2 billion in damage to infrastructure and properties, remains one of the most defining and formidable challenges of my leadership. It was not an easy battle, but through collective efforts and shared commitment, Misamis Occidental is no longer what it used to be. History will bear witness that as I conclude my first term and continue into my second, I remain resolute. I will not rest on the satisfaction of promises kept. Instead, I carry on with the conviction that the 5 vision is no longer just an idea. It is now a living, continuing reality of a province that is stronger, more progressive, and more united than even before. Today, as we mark our 96th year as a province, we take pride in what we have achieved, reflect on where we stand, and look forward with hope and confidence to what we can still accomplish as one Misamisnon community under the banner of ASENSO Misamis Occidental. Peace and order and public safety. Misamisnon magpuyong malinawan. Peace is the foundation of progress. When there is peace, there is development. From the very beginning of my term, we envision a Misamis Occidental that is insurgency-free, drug-free, and crime-free. A province where every Misamisnon can live in peace, security, and dignity. In 2022, we launched our cash reward program for rebel surrenderies, 500,000 for high-ranking NPA members, and 300,000 for rank and file members. As a result, 13 hardcore leaders availed of the program, bringing to the total number of rebel returnees in the province to 354. These former rebels are now transforming their lives as entrepreneurs through the establishment of ASENSO Panaderia, now producing the ASENSO the ASENSO. Supported by funding from the provincial government, this bakery project helps them rebuild their lives. We will continue our support to these efforts through our Servicio Caravan in partnership with various agencies as part of our enhanced comprehensive local integration program. With the declaration of our province as insurgency-free on September 27, 2024, we feel a sense of relief in our long battle against insurgency. However, we must not become complacent, for there is no better remedy than being prepared. To sustain this achievement, we have crafted our Provincial Peace and Security Plan, known as Planong Pangsiguridad sa Bagong Bayang Matatag, Planong PBBE, and our Provincial Peace and Order and Public Safety Plan approved by the Provincial Peace and Order Council on September 5, 2025. This plan reaffirms our unwavering commitment on building a peaceful, progressive, and a well-prepared Misamis Occidental. To our Peace and Order Council, particularly to our Philippine Army and the Philippine National Police, thank you for your dedication and support. Our goal of Misamis nun magpuyong malinaw extends beyond anti-insurgency efforts. Our battle against illegal drugs continues. Through strong collaboration with our law enforcement agencies, local leaders, including our barangay, municipal, city, anti-drug abuse council, and communities, we increased the number of drug-cleared barangays to 443 as of the first semester of 2025, out of the 470 affected barangays. We will not stop until we achieve 100% drug-cleared barangays within this term. To prevent the resurgence of illegal drug activities in every barangay, we just had conducted the strengthening institutional capacities of city, municipal, barangay anti-drug abuse council training, the SICAP, city, municipal, BADAC training. In partnership with the DILG, PNP, PDEA, and MOPADAC, this training has refreshed and empowered our anti-drug abuse council, being the first line of defense in our anti-illegal drugs campaign to respond more effectively, decisively, and strategically to drug-related challenges in the communities. Our slogan is, never again nga mobalik pa kita sa dulom nga kagahapon nato. To strengthen our pursuit of a crime-free province, we procured and distributed 381 patrol and rescue vehicles to various barangay to support peacekeeping, disaster response, and the delivery of public service. The first of its kind in Misamis Occidental and even in the entire Philippines. With our strong partnership with the provincial, city, and municipal Philippine National Police Force, and the cooperation of our communities, we achieved 17.84% reduction in crime volume in the third quarter of 2025, with 91.51% crime clearance efficiency and 87.57% crime solution efficiency compared to the previous years, where major crimes like the IED explosion and murders which remain unsolved. Just recently, we celebrated Ondas, and through the strong support of the PNP, BEP, and Coast Guard, the celebration was peaceful with no single untoward incidents reported. To our dedicated provincial PNP personnel, headed by Police Director Colonel Romel Maglio, BEP personnel, headed by Provincial Director Gregorio El Bambo, and Coast Guard personnel, headed by Acting Commander Jaquinel Dano, thank you for your unwavering service and commitment to our people's safety. With these achievements, Misamis Occidental remains peaceful vibrant, and full of promise. An ideal destination for living, investment, and business. In the field of our social services, Misamis nun magpuyong malipayon. A healthy province begins with healthy people. That is why we place the utmost importance on ensuring that every Misamis nun has access to quality health care. Under my administration, we have significantly strengthened our free hospitalization program. Since July 2022, more than 170,000 residents have been aided with over 840 million pesos in assistance granted to ease their medical and financial burdens. Thank you to our partners who continuously support this program. Of course, our city, municipal, local government units headed by our city municipal mayors who are here together with their municipal councilors. Our three congressmen who only not provided their MAIP but also fully supported this program. Congressman Jason P. Almonte, Congressman Ando OAMINAL, and Congressman INDY OAMINAL Jr., as well as our stakeholders partners, the PhilHealth, the Department of Health, DSWD, and PCSO. Beyond the free hospitalization program, we have undertaken major improvements in our 5 provincial-owned hospitals. In our Misamis Occidental Provincial Hospital, we established a dialysis center with 31 units treating 271 patients per week, a long-awaited project that now brings hope and relief to patients battling kidney-related illnesses. These patients receive free dialysis services plus a monthly medical assistance of 3,000 pesos. Libre na, may pasubrang med allowance pa. Our ASENSO Misamis Occidental Medical Center, a 1.5 billion project that will expand hospital capacity from 150 to 500 beds, is now 90.6% complete and will soon be operational, equipped with state-of-the-art amenities and specialized services. It will serve as a center for medical tourism and a specialty hospital such as oncology, cancer, and trauma center. Indeed, this hospital will stand as a symbol of our commitment to providing quality health care for the people. Even if this is locally initiated, kaloy sa Diyos, wala ta mangutang para ihuman nining atong hospital. With these improvements and reforms, the trust and confidence of our people have been restored, reflected in an average occupancy rate of 200% across our 5 hospitals for the period 2024. In public health services, we focus on health governance, access to care, health education, and emergency preparedness, our collective efforts improve KLGU health scorecard indicators. The percentage of households using safely managed water services rose to 71.81%, 9.31% higher than the national target of 62.5%. Safe sanitation increased from 66.17 to 79.93%, and we achieved a TB treatment success rate of 94%, 4% higher than the national target. Of course, we have achieved this with the support of the Department of Health. Thank you, Director Legaspi, for your support. Furthermore, through the acquisition and distribution of 41 ambulance units to various PGMO hospitals and local government units, we strengthened two-way referral system and ensured timely response to medical emergencies. On social welfare services, alongside our health initiatives, we continue to strengthen our social welfare programs to uplift the living conditions of every Misamisnos, particularly those in the vulnerable sectors. In partnership with the Department of Social Welfare and Development, the Department of Labor and Employment, we continue to extend Ayuda or cash assistance program to socially and economically disadvantaged Misamisnos. At present, together with the agencies I had mentioned and the provincial government funds, a total of 4.46 billion pesos in assistance has been distributed to 719,909 beneficiaries. The beneficiaries includes individuals in crisis situation, disaster-affected families, service providers, indigenous people, farmers and fisher folks who are also here present today. Where are our farmers and our fishers folks? They all belong to the sector most in need of government support. Today, we will continue to release to our rice farmers and corn and other farmers. First, to the rice farmers, we will release your 7,000 pesos cash assistance today. Of course, that is the funds coming from President Bongbong Marcos through the Department of Agriculture. Thank you very much, Director PACAMALAN, for facilitating this release. The cash assistance programs not only address the immediate needs of our fellow Misamisnon, but also help stimulate our local economy as the funds circulated within our province. As part of our commitment to strengthen social welfare services, we continue to honor and recognize our elders who have reached the remarkable milestone of 100 years. Through the centenarian program, a total of 28 centenarians received 200,000 cash assistance. 100,000 from President Bongbong Marcos through the National Commission of Senior Citizens, and the 100,000 comes from the provincial government. Staying true the theme ASENSO tradition, we will continue with our annual Pamaskong Handog, a program I started in 2013 during my term as congressman. Last year, we distributed food packs to 179,817 families. And this year, we will once again spread the spirit of giving through Pamaskong Handog 2025, which will begin in the first week of December. On our children's protection. Protecting our children remains one of our highest priority. Through our ASENSO, Misamis Occidental Refuge for Children, AMOR, we continue to provide a safe and nurturing haven for victims of abuse. At present, the center shelters 24 young survivors of sexual abuse with 2 babies who are provided with comprehensive support services, food, clothing, comfortable shelter, medical, dental care, education, skills training, counseling, and therapeutic activities to help them heal and rebuild their lives with dignity and hope. We take pride in achieving a 100% prosecution success rate against all perpetrators of child abuse, made possible through our unwavering legal support. Thanks to all our DOJ prosecutors who performed their duties well, and to the members of the judiciary who always being the tribune of true justice. To ensure the sustainability of these efforts, we have crafted the Provincial Development and Investment Plan Program for Children for 2024 to 2028 and the Comprehensive Local Juvenile Intervention Program 2024 to 2026 and the Child Protection Policy. Education and sports development. Education remains the greatest equalizer. We have expanded our One Family, One Professional program for deserving Misamis, granting each scholar 25,000 per semester. Since we started it in 2023, we have supported more than 3,200 grantees, producing 983 graduates. 319 of whom are already employed, helping their families achieve economic stability and rise above poverty. We will continue to support our graduates to help them find suitable employment. These graduates will become part of our workforce, further strengthening our industries. As 76% of our provincial gross domestic product comes from the service sector, and our OPO will eventually play a vital role in enhancing this sector even more. Carry on the good work. Our goal of becoming a center for quality learning in Northern Mindanao has begun to bear fruit, as evidenced by the rise in enrollment across higher learning institutions. Notably, the Tangub City Global College posted 44.56% increase. Congratulations, Mayor Ben Kanama, because this is a Tangub City government-owned college, and also the trend was observed at Northwestern Mindanao State College of Science and Technology, which posted also a 38% increase during the same period. The school is now approaching university status, marking a significant milestone in its development. The Law Republic Act number 11186, which I principally authored when I was still a congressman. In sports, our achievement was historic. For the first time in history, Misamis Occidental emerged as the overall champion of the 2025 Northern Mindanao Regional Athletic Association, which we successfully hosted in March 2025 with a record-breaking performance of 94 gold medals. We will continue to support our athletes to maintain this standing and achieve even greater success in future sports events. The pride of Misamis extends beyond sports. We have also demonstrated our remarkable character as a people through the warmth and hospitality in hosting various regional events. By the way, thank you our DepEd officials, SDS Manuel, SDS Jane Veloso, SDS Siambai, and SDS Serrano, and of course, our Regional Director of the Department of Education, Director Art Bayocot. Aside from the NMRAA 2025, we successfully hosted the Regional Fire Olympics in August, as well as the Regional Science, Technology, and Innovation Week. The Mindanao Association of Tertiary Schools Friendship Games, Culture and Arts Festival last October, the Regional Festival of Talents, and the 148th Regional Development Council Fall Council meeting last year. Next year, we are set to host even more major events, including the Mindanao Convention of Couples for Christ, whom we expect 7,000 delegates more or less from Mindanao. That will be on March 2026. The Catholic Bishop Conference of the Philippines Annual Convention on July 19 to 13, 2026, to be attended by the bishops of the Philippines and the Papal Nuncio. The 75th Diamond Anniversary of the Archdiocese of Osamis and Dopim Bishop Clergy Convention. Thank you, Archbishop Humawad, and all the priests. We assure you of our 100 support. We will also